Hello, and welcome to ALW Collectibles. This is the video for the winner of the Transformers vote poll. The options were Tarantulas from Beast Wars Transmetal, Titans Returns Kronk, Power of the Primes Jazz, and Transformers Prime Beast Hunters Ultra Magnus. And with 85% of the vote, with almost 400 votes, Ultra Magnus was your winner. So today we're taking a jump into the world of Transformers Prime with Voyager class from 2013. Beast Hunters Ultra Magnus. And this is a cool looking figure. It really looks nice. This is what you get with the set. And Beast Hunters was a subline within the Transformers Prime toy line. It was the latter half of the toy line. Really cool, fantastic looking figures that came out in that set. And along with an interesting storyline that was attached to the instructions on the back of it. Magnus actually came with chapter 16 of Tales of the Beast Hunter series. Having said that, all ramblings put aside, here he is with all his accessories. You get Ultra Magnus the truck, his backpack, 2 missiles, and the Forge of Solus Prime. Let's take a look at some of the accessories first. This is his backpack. I liked it. It looks really cool. Looks like the backpack Optimus had in Season 3 of Transformers Prime cartoon. This does attach to him in both robot and jet truck mode. I almost said jet. Wow. You get 2 missiles, cast in gray. A little bit of detail work on there, not over the top. Inside there's some nice detail work. And these are press release missiles. They're shoot off with pressure. We'll take a look at those. And you get one of my favorite accessories, the Forge of Solus Prime. Cast in gray with silver. Paint job on the top. Well, the top half's actually cast in blue and painted. I'm sorry, silver. Looks really cool. Got some nice detail working in here. And then you get Ultra Magnus himself. He is a generically made up needle nose cab. There is no definitive version of what kind of truck it is. Transformers Prime went with that set for the Prime and Ultra Magnus look. Interesting, really cool. This is a heavy retool of the 2012 Transformers Prime Voyager Optimus Prime. And I like it. I really do. I like this mold a lot. I think it looks really nice. It is kind of funny to look at, in my opinion, because you got this long front cab, and then you got this little short back. I thought that was always pretty cool the way they did that. It's just, you have to do a double take when you first get it and say, what? Because you're used to trucks having a longer back. But overall, really cool. He's primarily cast in blue. He's got red and dark blue with some gray and some silver. Let's take a look at that. You got the Autobot insignia right in the front right here. Yellow for the lights. So a little bit of detail work on the grill. The grill itself looks nice. These ports are new to this mold. As is this piece back here, but we'll get into that in robot mode. I like in here you can actually see like the shocks and stuff in the wheel well. Coming to the back. The way this is laid out, I'm not a big fan of it, but I can live with it. Got your trailer hitch right here. Some nice detail work in here, though. And then, of course, the entire truck has the rivet panels all over it. And this I'm not thrilled with. He's got an upside down Autobot symbol right here in the middle of the windshield. I mean, tiny nitpick complaints from me. Very small. I mean, he does have an issue with rolling a little bit. You gotta like play with the wheels and adjust things to get it to do it right. And then it still gives you an issue. You have to almost unclip this. But other than that, small nitpicks. So, having said all of this can attach to his truck mode. You take the missiles, and they just clip right here on this clip, facing that way. And this forge, there's a little cutout right there for that. And 1, 2, 3 clips in right there. And you got to get this handle for the forge right down in here. Kind of compensates for the size a little. Looks cool. I like it. Looks very heavily armored. Looks like you can really roll through the Decepticons line and not take much of a beating. So let's take this off of him. This does clip, so it does get a little hard to pull off. And it wouldn't be one of my videos if something didn't go flying. So we're going to take this whole assembly for right now. We're just going to stick it to one side. Before we transform him, as usual, little bio. Ultra Magnus is a veteran of the Cybertronian Wars and the leader of the Wreckers, one of Optimus Prime's closest lieutenants. By the book, he believes in rules and regulations. Came down to Earth to help Optimus Prime in the third series of the Transformers Prime cartoon and assumed leadership while Prime was MIA. And became one of the biggest opponents for Predaking. A lot of detail with this. There's a lot more to expand on it with the cartoon if you watch it. Having said that, let's transform this guy. So we're going to start with these two side panels. Pop those. Then we're going to come to this side here where the wheel well is. I'm just going to loosen it. Like so. Come on. It does double clip right there. It has to always get snagged right here. In the back right there, it gets snagged, so you have to. Come on. Released. There we go. Don't transform early. And then I just slide these up out of my way right there. From here, I bring the legs down a little bit. I separate the leg. This whole gray piece flips out and around. And this piece here flips down. And it'll peg. It actually doesn't peg, it just sits. I'm sorry. Same thing. This piece down and around. Two joints right here. 1, 2. And that'll give you his legs. Next comes the real fun part, the entire upper body. Because the arms are actually here, and this whole assembly is an arm. First thing we're going to do is unclip it from the top. Unclip the arms. And unclip this. This is going to swing out. And there's a ball joint right here to do that. I'm going to get ahead of myself here. Same thing. Down, out. Next, we can take the head, which is already starting to transform on this plate, bring it up. Underneath here, flip this up, and this is on a double joint. Flips up. You gotta be careful with the shoulder and arm. You want to make sure these pieces are on the top when you do this. So if not, it's an extra step you got to do. And this whole thing will clip into place like so. There is a hinge in here. Rotate that up, and you flip his hand down. Same thing again. Bring this down. Rotate this hinge over the shoulder. Over this shoulder. Bring his hand down and rotate the arm. And then you can just push these down and they'll kind of lock in. Make sure all your final touches are back together. And there is Ultra Magnus from Transformers Prime Beast Hunters in robot mode. And I think he looks really cool. I like him. A lot of detail work on him in robot mode. Now he's got more of a gray scheme with dark blue, light blue, red. With some silver mixed in there. I think it's a really nice touch. I like the color palette on this. Let's take a closer look. First thing is the head, which is cast with silver. You got dark blue, red, silver for the sides, and you got an extra set of spikes in the back. All around the neck. They got some beautiful sculpting in here. And now the Autobot symbol stick points up instead of down. Nice design work, the way this all flows together. Looks just like the show. Legs of the truck look really cool. A lot of molds, these are actually mistransformed, assembled. So you have to repair them by unscrewing this screw here and switching them. I was lucky, mine did not have that issue. Or maybe it didn't. I never fixed it. I don't know. Oh, it did. I'm sorry. I did not change mine. This flat piece here and how this is designed here, this piece should be on the inside. I never changed mine. That's right. I knew of the flaw and I never corrected it. Even on the inside of the legs, you got some nice detail work right in here. I just wish this piece folded up a little bit so it wasn't like sticking on top of the forearm. Back looks pretty cool. And this does clip together down here when you put it together. It was like one of the final touches. I just pushed that together. I like how these cover the wheels on the back. Yes, yes, yes. Articulation. Head cannot go all the way around, and can slightly go up and down. Arm will go all the way around, but you have to keep re-angling it. This piece moves on the top. Bicep rotation, elbow bend, and wrist for transformation. You can move these if you want. You can make them taller. You can make these taller and move them around. Nothing at the waist. Big boot. Back, but this is in the way. You can move this plate a little bit, not much. Thigh rotation. knee bend. He's got an impressive knee bend on him. And ankle tiltage. Yeah, I like this one. I really do. And this can be stored on him in his robot mode. All we do is flip this peg up, like so. And in the back, there are two clips. One here and one here. This piece goes around the neck. And that just clips on like so. And in the back here, it's going to rest right on top of the silver piece. Like so. Trying to get you a better view of that. There you go. So that's Magnus with his backpack on him. And it still doesn't add much weight to him. So I really did like that. I thought that was really cool. He does have the missiles. You can use those as weapons. And those rocket launchers are right up here. Flip these forward. And these go right in here. And they are just push missiles. I'll do both. Like so. And you see how the tab sticks out in the back. How hard you push is how hard they fly. And you can store them up here on the shoulder if you want. To give him that classic Ultra Magnus look. Personally, I'm not a fan of that look with the clip missiles on the shoulders. I'm not a fan of that. I just think they're too long for that. There's other accessories, a forge, but we'll get to that in 2 seconds. Because we can do more with this backpack. If you bring the wings up and out, he now has a flight mode. Wow, Magnus does not want to stand up that much today. Either that or just given his age, he's being really weak. There we go. I think that looks really nice. And his weapons can all store on this now, again. Just one more time, just reclip these like so. And you can even put the forge now a little differently. You got a peg on the bottom of the top of the forge, right in the middle. And still, even like this, it really doesn't add too much bulk to the figure. I don't think that adds too much bulk to him. I think it looks pretty cool. And of course, he can hold the forge. Take that off the back. And we give him his forge. There it goes. Ultra Magnus from Transformers Prime Beast Hunters. Again, I really like this figure. I love that line. It looked fantastic. I love a lot of the toy designs that came out in that line. Just realized he's like so far away from the camera. Still trying to figure out new angles with this thing. I'll get it. Just please bear with me. Having said all of that, I really think this figure looks fantastic. It is very, very show accurate. I like the way it looks. It's really cool. The color palette works really good with it. It's a nice addition with the backpack on him. I think it's really sharp. I like the way it looks. I think the addition also of the forge instead of a gun was just the icing on the cake. Because the forge was a key component of the show, and we actually have a toy that has one. There's been a couple representations of it, and I like this one. This is a little bit larger than most of the forges you'll see out there. And for posability, he's actually pretty posable. That's what I like. Despite having this huge backpack on his back, he is very posable. So this has been Transformers Prime Beast Hunters Ultra Magnus Voyager class from 2013. If you like what you see, hit the like button, subscribe if you wish. Comments are always welcome. I want to say thank you to everybody who voted and to all the channel members. More polls are going up. I'm going to start working on doing some behind the scenes so you can see how I set things up. Don't know how that's going to work yet, but I'm trying to work on that one. And I want to say thank you very much. I'm going to get ready for another video. And Ultra Magnus is going to take the Forge and go take out some Decepticons. You have a good day.